Okay, hello all you crazy people out there, my name is Dragonite, and welcome back to Pokemon HeartGold. So before we proceed, there is a guy who is looking for a red scale. And nobody knows who he is, but I know who he is because I played this game before. And he is this Mr. Pokemon dude. A red Gyarados? That's rare, I want it. Stupid, would you care to trade it? I can offer this experience share I got from Professor Oak. So that, at long last, is the experience share. I don't know why they waited for so late in the game to give it to you. But, I am going to go into the bag and toss the experience share on Abra. Because there is no way I'm Magikarp switching you for 15 levels. So you're just going to sit in the back of my party and gain experience by not doing anything. And I am going to go and fly back off to... Wait, there's an apricorn tree. I'm probably never going to use any of these for anything, but I want the apricorns. Mostly because it looks funny when you pluck the apricorns. And I'm going to go and fly back over to Mahogany Town. And do I want to be walking around with my full team of 6? Or do I want to not bother putting Pidgey back in the PC? I'm going to put Pidgey back in the PC. I need to work on my patience skills anyway. And Lance told us to go visit the strange whatever this is. The unsuspicious souvenir shop. Dragonite Hyper Beam. Why would you teach Dragonite that? That's a special move and Dragonite's a physical attacker. Also, that's a little violent. What took you so long, stupid? Just as I thought, that strange radio signal is coming from here. And yeah, I guess that guy doesn't want any part of Hyper Beam. The stairs are right here. And he doesn't say anything, but Lance just shoves his cabinet out of the way. Stupid! We should split up and check this place. I'll go first. And that's great. Excellent. What do you have to say about that? You found the secret stairway. I thought it was well camouflaged. Well, usually putting a giant suspicious cabinet over something is a good way to draw attention to it instead of away from it. Just an idea. But Team Rocket headquarters is populated by statues of Persian. That's not suspicious at all. And when you run in front of them, this happens. And this animation couldn't take any longer if they tried. And we're gonna do battle. And this Team Rocket Grunt's gonna have 2 Pokemon. And they're level 17.
Hey. Ooh, you're level 19. We're living large today.
And we're gonna do a second battle. And this guy's gonna have 3 Pokemon if I recall. And they're probably gonna be even less scary than the first guys. Yeah, that's 3 Pokemon, and that's a Zubat. Ooh, level 16, whatever shall I do? My team leader is twice as strong as you are, sir. Almost. And that guy tells you how to disable the what? Okay, Cassiopeia is evolving, that was fast. Do tell me you learn a move, because you only have Teleport right now, which is one of the worst moves ever. Or it would be if Splash didn't exist. Maybe Delabird's present. Anyway, Cassiopeia is evolved into a Kadabra. And as I was saying, that one guy... Oh, Confusion, that's nice. That one guy does tell you how to turn off the statues. And you are going to want to do that. Because if you don't, and if you walk in front of a statue, every single time you cross in front of one, that same thing will happen. And you will fight 2 extremely underleveled... Was I listening to a word that I was just saying? Light screen, that's not bad. I kind of want to keep Flash around because of field moves, and Thunder Punch is obviously my primary attack move. Quick Attack isn't bad, even though the kid is decently fast. And Low Kick... I'm gonna get rid of Low Kick. I don't really like variable power moves to begin with, and most things at this point in the game aren't that heavy because they're probably not still fully evolved, and even some of the things that are fully evolved are not that heavy. Although, if anything's weak enough to take... If anything is super effective... If anything's a rock or steel type, it might be doing super effective damage anyway. But, it's your turn to waste my time. So, as I was saying, there are quite a few of these statues in this dungeon. And if you don't turn them off, they will continue to go off. And, I should heal just in case. And if you have a team of decently leveled Pokemon like you should, here's the secret switch. If you have a team of decently leveled Pokemon like you should, you'll only gain 1 or 2 levels in the whole area, and it'll take like a half an hour, because that's how often they show up. And even if you don't have appropriately leveled team members like I do, like Gemini and Cassiopeia, you're only going to gain a couple levels anyway. And there are better ways to do that, such as fighting things that are actually strong. Like this guy, who is still pretty weak because I don't have anything super effective on you. Because that's just a level 20 Magnemite, but at least it's not a level 18 Rattata. Yeah, I guess let's bring Hercules out. No, Lyra's level 29, which is lower than level 30, which is lower than level 31. And that a Magnemite can do anything to a Lyra. Yeah, that doesn't affect you. That's nice. Like I said, I could get like a magnitude 0 in 1-hit KO Magnemite because 4 times super effective plus stab. Alright, 94 experience points. Aren't you glad that we're in this fight? Magnemite, once again, surprisingly. Please be stronger than level 20. Nope. Let me think. A magnitude 10, as I've said a few times, is 150 base power. And suppose you were to try to ratchet that number up as high as possible. That's another Magnemite. If it was 4 times super effective on something like a Magnezone, perhaps, it would effectively be doing 600 points of base power. If you got a critical hit, magnitude 9, that's getting there. If you got a critical hit, that would be doubled again, so that would be 1,200 points of pain. If you were at, say, plus 6, your attack would be level 18. If you're at, say, plus 6 on physical attack buffs, you would be doing another 4 times, which would be... I need, like, a pen for this, but 4,800 points of base power. And realistically, you're not going to drop your opponent's defense to -6, but if you were, that would be another 4 times. And you could say... I guess you could be holding a soft sand or something, which would be another 20%.
Hey.
You're off so I can walk in front of you. There are a lot of... Magnitude, you can do a lot of damage with it. Then again, you can do that with any move, really. But Magnitude is just the one that my mind is on right now because I was just using it. Anyway. That's a little math lesson with Pokemon. That's a nugget. I didn't see the first thing that I picked up because I wasn't paying attention. But, let's see. This is going to be a teleporter back to the beginning. You can run into explosive Pokemon if you walk across this, which I'm going to try to not do. And this is going to be way overkill, but I'm going to put on a repel anyway, even though it's just a couple steps, because I don't feel like doing that, and I don't feel like taking the long way around. And there was one grunt up here, and I think an item. Okay, so repel doesn't do anything to these things. Great, I just wasted a repel. I'm not interested in a coughing. Actually, I am in future playthroughs, but not in this game. You are suffering through this with me. Except maybe not, because that sounds like a great way to lose audience retention. Alright, there is no item over here, but there is a trainer who is free experience, if not much of it. We said explosives on the floor. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Please tell me oh, yeah, you're gonna have 4 Pokemon. This is gonna... Why on earth did I get my hopes up? There's not a hidden item here, is there? Does not look like it. So, I don't know exactly how open this game is. I don't know if you'll be able to come here as soon as you were able to, like, access Surf and go to the Lake of Rage and whatever. I think the Gyarados doesn't show up until you beat Jasmine's Gym. And for God's sake, the wild Pokemon here are stronger than the Rocket Grunts. But even if that was the case, I don't know why they thought, like, level 16 Rattata would be a good thing to have in this part of the game. Because even at that point, that would be on the weaker side for things that you can be fighting. Oh, that's convenient. I'm out of power points on... Or I'm almost out of power points on Thunder Punch. Stupid! Let's give our best for Pokemon. Alright, you have fun with that. So you can run on over this way, and I can run over into you. And this isn't going to be a good fight, is it? There was a Venonat in their teens. At least it's not a Rattata. There's not many things about HeartGold and Soul Silver that I dislike. But, unfortunately, this dungeon, that's a full heal. This dungeon is probably one of them. Because of, there's usually not items on consecutive boxes. This dungeon is probably one of them. Just because of, it takes a long time. And you don't get anything for it, really. In terms of, like, experience and stuff, and by extension, money and that kind of thing, because, the amount of money you get from as a reward for fighting trainers is directly tied to their strongest Pokemon.
Hey.
And their artificial intelligence level, and Grunts are not the highest of artificial intelligence levels. In order to unlock the door to the radio transmitter, you need the voice of a certain person. The name of that person is Petrol, the Team Rocket executive. I have found out that he is hiding in their leader's office. Unfortunately, though, that room is also protected by a password. Stupid! We need the password to the leader's office first. Good to know. I guess. You already got your butt kicked by Lance, so I'm not going to worry about you. And that is, like, one trainer down out of about 500 in this area. $5 says you're lying. You know what? Let's see. And she probably can, but let's see if Cassiopeia is strong enough to take on, now that she has Confusion, all of the nonsense in this dungeon. That's gonna be a Confusion. That's gonna come from a Cadaver who has like 120 points of special attack. Goodbye. That would have done a lot even if it wasn't super effective. Okay, so I guess I know who, Oh wow, that was actually a lot. I guess I know who I'm switching out into the leadoff slot. The password to the boss's door. Classy. But yeah, seriously, all I have to do is like dress up in a Guy Fawkes mask and you would just give me the password because you'd be terrified out of your mind. So, Cassiopeia is gonna go out front. I really like to say that word, Cassiopeia, Cassiopeia, Cassiopeia. And you are, you got recruited by Team Rocket from Sylph, which is like the ultimate traitor move. Alright, now we're starting to get experience from stuff, probably because I'm not dividing it between two team members. But, still, it would be really nice if they were at least like level 25s instead of low 20s at this point. It's better than the mid-teens like some other people were, but seriously. Alright, is there anybody in here? There is. Really wish I had the item finder, and I really wish I could be bothered to go back and find where I get it. I'm pretty sure it's in Ecruteak City somewhere in one of the houses I didn't go into, but what is wrong with you? Slowpoke Tail. Wait, what? Was that Slowpoke Tail or Raticate Tail? Because both are passwords, small spoiler, but there are two items here very close together, and that's a little unusual. Yeah, I don't think that matters. Protein. Alright, so I need to give that to somebody before I get to the point in the game where proteins and vitamins aren't useful anymore. And where is it? Here it is. Protein. The fresh water I picked up off the Pokewalker, I didn't, I'm gonna give that to my damage to her. I didn't, like, go to a vending machine or anything like that. You're a scientist. Are you gonna have anything that Kadabra can do any super effective damage to? Excuse me, sir, that's mean. I am going to revoke your scientist license for that. I just disabled your disable. Miracle Eye. That is not a move I can say that I'm familiar with. Where am I? Is it the one that allows psychic types to hit dark types, so it's basically foresight for the psychic type? Let me get a look at that. No, don't switch. Summary. Miracle Eye. Okay, so it is the one that allows dark types to be hit by psychic types, among other things. And it lowers your evasion. That's nice. I should probably heal. Because even though nothing's doing all that much damage to me, it's 50 points a little overkill. Even though nothing's doing that much damage to me. Oh, I have PP up and a Calcium as well. Calcium is for special attack. Who I might as well give to the one who's going to be in Alakazam someday. And I guess I'll use a fresh water. Alright, so that was 75% efficiency. Well, let's get out of this room. And was I talking about something before this battle? Because I do not remember. And this is a TM49 Snatch, which allows you to, if I recall, steal the effect of a status move used by the opponent. So if your opponent were to use Swords Dance and if you were to predict that and use Snatch, you would get the +2 on your attack instead of them. I think it goes something like that. That's a full heal because I picked up a couple of those in this dungeon so far. So there's nothing else for us on this floor. And instead, like special defense. Don't ask me why I thought to talk to that computer, but I guess it turned out okay. There's nothing on that computer. And we're gonna get into another rival battle here. No, that's a different point in the game. Good, because I don't have my notes up, and I don't want to deal with that right now. You there! You must eliminate me. Oh, now we're going back to the level 17s. Okay, so we are actually not spending a lot of time on this floor, but just going to go straight downstairs again. I didn't mean to come this way, but you there! Gummy! So you're messing with them again. You must really like Team Rocket so much. Tell me, who is the guy in the red cape who used Dragon-type Pokemon? My Pokemon were no match at all. I don't care that I lost. I can beat him by getting stronger Pokemon. It's what he said that bothers me. He told me that I don't love and trust my Pokemon enough. I'm furious that I lost to a bleeding heart like him. I don't have time for the likes of you. And you came all the way in here just to tell me that. I'm glad you thought that was worth your time. That's an Ultra Ball, which I don't really have use for. And before I go on to the important looking big door, I'm going to come this way. Alright, this is a TM46 Thief, which is useful for stealing a hold item. Which I may do, although I don't believe most of the trainers in this game have any hold items of interest. They didn't really start getting things like life orbs and choice items and that kind of thing until, I think, Gen 5? You're able to? No. You're able to? Maybe. No. You're able to? No. You're able to? Maybe, maybe. And in Gen 5, they changed the way that Thief works so that you don't get to keep the item after battle, I believe. Anyway. I guess that's good if you're into competitive, which I am not, and even if I was, Gen 4 was a while ago. With that out of the way, the door's closed. The 2 passwords. Slowpoke Tail and Eradicate Tail. How you doing? We've been waiting for you, so you are stupid. People keep telling me that. Me? You don't know who I am. It is me, Giovanni. The majestic Giovanni himself. Wahaha. Huh? I don't sound anything like Giovanni. I don't even look like Giovanni. How come? I've worked so hard to mimic him. I am a Team Rocket executive. You must be trying to sneak into the radio transmitter room. Well, that's not gonna happen. The room is protected with a special password. The password is Hail Giovanni. Surprised to hear it from me? Knowing the password won't help you, though. The door won't open unless I say the password. It only reacts to my voice. And that sounds like a solvable problem, because if I beat you in battle, I can tie you up and keep poking you with, like, thunder shocks until you say the word in front of the door. Alright, Zubat. I don't have notes for the Team Rocket executives. I think I said that in the Slowpoke Cave. The Slowpoke well, or whatever it is. Because, I was slacking when I was collecting information on this game. And this battle is going to be over in 5 seconds anyway, because this is a Team Rocket executive and not somebody else. Eradicate! Cassiopeia is actually getting experience really fast in this part of the game. And that is not... Change of plans. That is not something that I expected to happen, because as I was complaining about for a very long time, most of this part of the game is, not very exciting, shall we say. That's a Thunder Punch, which should do a lot. And, okay, I'm paralyzing you, or you paralyzing you, or whatever. My fist is paralyzing you. Hyper Fang is gonna do a lot of damage. Okay. Who's next? Lyra. You're, I don't have any reviving items, do I? I would have liked to balance my team out a little, but I guess not. So I guess Lyra's gonna get the experience. Alright, that's super effective. And Eradicate went down. And Lyra gets a level. You gonna learn anything good? Earthquake maybe? No. Alright, Coughing. I'm gonna stay where I am. And since I don't have anything else that can hit you, or do damage to you, it is gonna be rollout time. And I'm 8 levels stronger than you, so this is probably not gonna take too long. If you get outsped by a Graveler, you have some serious reconsidering of your life to do. Alright, Smokescreen is gonna make things a little complicated. Good. Oh, critical hit. Great, that just takes off one turn that I could have been damaging you. Alright. We have defeated Executive Petrol. You couldn't do a thing. Giovanni, please forgive me. Whatever. Alright, so we're gonna just tie you up and take you to the door where we have to make you say the words Hail Giovanni. And we're going to, actually, that sounds a lot like torture. Which is a little bit, dark for a Pokemon game. Alright, whatever. You can't get into the radio transmitter room. He says as he runs into the wall. How you doing? Hail Giovanni! Murkrow is mimicking the voice of Petrol. That's convenient. Alright, is there anything else in this room? Like items or something? I don't see any item balls, and I don't think there's anything hidden. It's not like you're putting a potion in the plant pot or anything like that. So I should probably... I don't know if Lance is going to heal me or not, but I should probably go and head on back to the Pokemon Center. I love the way everything hops around in this game. Yeah, I should probably go back to the Pokemon Center to revive my 2 Pokemon who actually need healing. Hail Giovanni! I know that, like, the anime and stuff usually pronounce it as Giovanni, and probably a lot of people in general do, but... My Italian teacher in high school was pretty bad, but she was Italian and did pronounce most words correctly, and she called it Giovanni, like, in one go, without breaking it up into multiple syllables. So I'm going to assume that's the way that actual Italian people pronounce it. And Lance, I'm not going to count on you healing me because I don't know if you do or not. And I'm just going to go and take a quick run back to the Pokemon Center because I really need to do that. We're in the Team Rocket Hideout. What do you care if I ride my bike around all over the place? Alright, here we are once again. Everything is as it should be. I've been recording this video for about 40 minutes. And... Ariana, hold it right there. I've been recording this video for about 40 minutes, and that does seem like a long time, but I can't claim that I've done all that much in this video because Team Rocket Hideout. So I'm gonna keep going. And in any case, I don't have a choice now because we're in the middle of a conversation with the Team Rocket executive, so... Lance! A 2-in-1 battle? That is so unfair. No, it is not. I mean, that just means that I get experience faster. You had an accomplice. Where is your sense of dignity? As an interim boss in place of Giovanni, I'll show you how wrong it is to meddle with Team Rocket. So here we go, once again. Ariana. Who I also don't have notes for. Because why would I? Executive Ariana and Team Rocket Grunt has a Kadabra and a Drowsy. No, I have the Kadabra. You have an Arbok and a Drowsy. And Arbok is going to lower our attack, which is fine. And Lance's Dragonite is twice my level. Which is a little weird, especially considering the Dragonite doesn't evolve until level 55. But let's go after Arbok. And you're going to take for the skies. And we are, as long as nobody uses Bite on me, I should be okay. Alright, that is super effective. It does about half. You're going to use Crunch, which I was hoping that you wouldn't. It's not stab. Don't kill. Don't kill. Don't get killed. Okay, that was a critical hit. It probably would have killed even if it wasn't a critical hit. Because Crunch is 80 base power and what's-his-face doesn't have any physical defense. Alright, Gemini. We are going to Thunder Punch somebody. I don't care who. If Dragonite uses Flying on Arbok, which he didn't, I'm going to, yeah, okay, Drowsy's dead. And Gemini's gonna get all the experience. Yay, level 26. And that almost killed you. Alright, you're gonna glare and miss, which is funny. And I'm just going to go and, I think Quick Attack the Arbok. Because that's going to take you down, probably. If it doesn't, thank you. Arbok fainted, Gemini gains experience. Not as much of it as I was hoping for, but what can you do? And you're going to minimize. Thanks. Evasion noobs. Alright. You're going to send out a Murkrow, which is not terrifying in the slightest. Although you are level 27, which is still low. Compared to the gym that I just fought. I'm gonna take out Grimer before you can use Minimize again. Hopefully, if Dragonite doesn't, which Dragonite probably will because Dragonite's level 40 and Grimer's level 20, yeah. Alright, goodbye, Grimer. And Thunder Punch is gonna take care of the Murkrow, no ifs, ands, or buts. I hope. Good. Alright, it's super effective. And that is it for the Murkrow. We are just mowing these guys down. Gloom. Really, really wish Kadabra was still alive. But Kadabra is not still alive. And Thunder Punch is not very effective on grass types, so we're just going to be doing this. I'm going to guess you're going to be, yeah. Is it possible to lose this fight? I guess if you somehow only had one Pokemon on your team and it was like level 10, and that was low enough for even like Arbok to kill. And even though Dragonite would be still alive and kicking, you would be out of Pokemon. And I guess that would be a way to lose this fight. And it would be difficult to do. But you could do it if you wanted to. But that's level 27. And that's victory. You two really are strong. No, you're just bad. We gained 3,000 Poké-Dollars, which is cool. That more than makes up for the 2,000 that you stole from me the 2 times I went through the gate on my way to the Lake of Rage. You'll come to appreciate Team Rocket's true power soon enough. Enjoy yourself while you can, hee hee hee. Alright. Sorry, stupid. I saw how well you were doing, so I just hung back. Now, all there is to do is turn off that odd radio signal. It's this machine that's causing all the problems. I don't see a switch on it. We have no choice. We have to make all the Electrode faint. That should stop this machine from transmitting that strange signal. It's no fault of the Electrode, so it makes me feel sad. Stupid, let's split the job. So we can do that, and he's not going to heal me, and I really, really, really want Kadabra to be getting the experience from this. But Kadabra is not going to be getting the experience from this because Kadabra has no physical defense. And I really don't feel like running back to the Pokemon Center to do it. And I don't have any reviving items. So it's going to be the one who has Magnitude who does the job. I believe these guys are all going to be a level 30 and have the usual static and... Oh, level 23. I was off by quite a lot. And have the usual static and movesets that Electrode usually have. So I'm going to not touch you. You're going to use Light Screen. And that's okay, because Magnitude's a special physical. Magnitude 10. Okay. Whatever. That wasn't any experience at all. I'm suddenly less sad about Kadabra not getting it. Does anybody remember the first time I played HeartGold on YouTube and I ended up whiting out to one of these Electrode because I tried catching it and they just decided to use Explosion on me several times? That was funny. Not for me at the time, but it was still funny. Alright, there we go. Problem solved. Lance, what are you doing? That odd signal has finally stopped. The lake should be back to normal. You're the best, or whatever he said. I don't think he said you're the best, because that's something that Lance wouldn't usually say. Let me thank you on behalf of all this Pokemon. Oh yes, you should take this. I found it here, but I don't have any need for it. That's HMO5, which is... Waterfall? Whirlpool. It's Waterfall in Gen 5. Teach it to a Pokemon to get across wild water, but keep this in mind. You can only use that outside of battle with the badge from Mahogany Town. Stupid! The journey to becoming the Pokemon champion is long and difficult. Knowing that, will you keep going? I see. No, you're right. If you were to give up that easily, you would have never chased that dream in the first place. I look forward to seeing you again. And he's gonna scoot off, and I'm gonna do the same, but for now, I'm going to finally end this video, because it took us that long to do anything interesting. So, I hope you all enjoyed that. My name is Dragonite, like the Pokemon that Lance was touring around with, and I will see you all later.